everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Wokey, and I'm here for the final video in the 13 Nights of Halloween, which means it's also Halloween! So happy Halloween, everyone. This is the final game. It's going to be Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. A game a friend of mine recommended to me that I really liked, that I played through the entirety of on my Steam Deck at night reading through it. I thought it was a really good, spooky, good vibe time of it, and I 100%ed everything. I got every achievement for it, and I had to delete my save data to make sure that it worked correctly when I was recording this data, but it's okay. I think I turned off the cloud save, so this version of it will not exist, and my real save file exists on my Steam Deck. That's how much I want to preserve my original playthrough of it. So yeah, I'm going to be playing this a little bit for the final video. So let's see if that delete save data thing worked and start the game. It's a visual novel as well. By Square Enix. This is oh, you are here. Welcome, welcome. Mainly because I wanted to make sure I could get this intro. I have been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the storyteller. Hello. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I shall be your guide going forward. Now then, before we begin our story, there are several things I must bring to your attention. First, this game uses autosave. I've noticed. The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Saving is a very important element of games, so it is the only way to keep your memories in place. If you don't wish to rely on autosave alone, you can also save manually via the menu. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. From here, you can check the text log, view useful files, and switch to auto mode on and off. You can also adjust the brightness, volume, and other settings in the options menu. For instance, if there is a voice you would prefer not to hear, you can mute it by setting the voice value to 0. I suggest you check the brightness controls and other settings now before going on. Files updated. Sure. How to play. This is if it was on controller, but I'm not on a controller. I'll explain other essential functions when the time is right. So yeah, you can actually get this on, and I would suggest doing so. Either getting it on Steam for a Steam Deck, or getting it for a Switch. You can actually beat this entire game, and I think my playthrough was about 11 hours, so if you wanted to do nothing but play a game on Halloween, this one would be pretty good, because it would take your entire day, though, but it would be worth it, I would think. There's one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. It would feel strange to go on without knowing your name. Please tell me what I may call you. Sure. I'm Wokey. Hello. I see. Wokey, is it? No. If you don't know, this is my Steam name. That's not it. Oh, how rude of me. Please pardon my mistake. I was sure that's what you said, but it seems I was wrong. What came over me? Let me try again. You wish to be called Wokey? Yes. I see. Very good. I seem to have gotten it right this time. It is funny that, like, now that I think about it, my Steam profile name is so close, except for I call it A. If you don't know why it's like that, it's because on my Steam profile page, I, at some point changed my, saying I was from Canada, and then called myself Wokey, and I've been from Vulcan, Alberta, Canada since. I've also been known as Lost in the Sauce and Wokey. Those are the 3 names. Regular Wokey with a Y. There's the backstory. Alright then, now that we've been properly introduced, let us begin our story. From antiquity to present day, regardless of how society and civilizations evolve, death has been a constant presence that none have ever escaped. Look, presented by Wokey. That's me. Whether it's one of its own or that of someone close, death is always a difficult thing to accept. This is an immutable reality, a value shared by all, no matter the age in which they live. In fact, oral traditions reflecting people's fears and prayers regarding death still remain, ghosts, spirits, and so on. Similarly, in an attempt to defy death, many curses, rituals, and customs have been born from burning spirit incense to summoning souls of the dead. Some of those secret arts are still being passed down to this day. On that note, Wokey, this may seem abrupt, but Is there someone you wish to bring back from the dead? What if? What if you had one chance to use a secret art of resurrecting the dead? Yes, if you had the power to bring someone back to life one time and one time only, what would you do, Wokey? I mean, if this was my actual answer would be, I probably would try and use it, but it would have to come at, like, no cost. I see. Very interesting. Yes, that's what I thought you would say. What seems to be the matter? Oh, you want to know what this box has been sitting here is? It's a TV. Old-timey TV set. It's quite the curious thing, isn't it? It's called a color television. The world I will be sending you to is full of devices such as this that do not exist in the age you are from. In this era, a color television can be found in nearly every household. That is not all, for example. If a person should wish to contact someone while they are out in their home, they use public telephones like this and can be found all over the city. Can you imagine what life would be like in such a time? I'd be thrilled to have you continue this story, Wokey. After all, this is what you came here to know? Let us begin. I have kept you waiting long enough. I present to you Paranormasight, a bizarre tale surrounding the curse known as the Rite of Resurrection. A peculiar yarn ensnaring 9 men and women in a fierce fight for their lives as it unravels. Some of the characters appearing within surely share your views of the Rite of Resurrection. Imagine those who have lost someone dear to them who feel particularly strongly about the clinging to it as their last desperate hope. The first I shall introduce a man named Shogo Wokey is one of them. Okay, open up the page. Here he is, Shogo. Okay. Shogo is an unremarkable young man entering his 3rd year of working in the planning department of the Hihaku Soaps, a chemicals company headquartered in Sumida? Yes, Sumida. Born in the western Tokyo to an ordinary family around the same time as the birth of color TV, he grew up amidst the boom of special effects, heavy action films, anime, variety shows, professional baseball, and pop music. Shogo graduated from a famous private university in Tokyo and has since settled into an apolitical mindset, common among those of his generation, with no strong ideals and no particular dissatisfaction with the world as it develops around him. He is content to just go with the flow, having stumbled into his current position by pure chance, and it is safe to assume he will follow the stereotypical path of working his way up the ladder, starting a family, and remaining in the same company until retirement. He plays a folk guitar as a hobby and currently is looking for a girlfriend. It sounds like he is. Storyteller, sex, ? Occupation, 3 question marks. Storyteller guides those who visit Paranormasight. Everything else about him remains a mystery. Cool. Breaking news. I wonder what it could be at such a time. Early this morning, the body of a drowned man was discovered at the park in Sumida City. Police have identified the body as Shogo Wokey, a 25-year-old man who worked at a company in the area. As signs of a struggle were found in the Sumida, police suspect foul play and have launched an investigation. Oh, excuse me. Please pay no mind to what you have just seen. Goodness, you very nearly saw everything that would have spoiled the story. Just pretend you did not see that. Let us turn back time, back a smidge, and start again from there. Do you understand? You saw nothing. You know nothing. Okay, man. This story is a work of fiction. All location, characters, organizations, legends, etc. that appear in this game have no relation to reality. What is this place called Japan? Never heard of it before. Square Enix presents something that is not Final Fantasy that they likely spent 1/50th of the budget on. Shogo, are you alright? Hey, buddy. Hey, can you hear me? Huh? Hey, that's not a proper answer. Earth to Shogo Wokey. What do you think you're doing? Falling asleep here? You gave me quite the shock. Come on now, up with you. Up. Okay, and there. How's that, alright? Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are you your humor's off balance? I've never heard that before. Except for in this game. I'm fine, I think. There's definitely nothing wrong with my humors, though my head's still a little fuzzy. Office worker Shogo Oki. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Turn your head around a little bit to see if you can walk alright. This game, you control the bag. Yep, you got it. Woo! Woo! Whoa! Good, good. You seem to be fine. What a relief. And she jumps back down. Do you remember anything, like where we are and what we were doing? The Rite of Resurrection? Huh? Wait a second, when did I tell you about that? I mean, I guess I must have seen as you know that name, but weird. How could I know that? Anyway, you still seem a little out of it. Why don't you look around a little bit more? Look around and select things with the faces. You got it. Stock. Yikes, that was close. If we died before we got our hands on the Rite of Resurrection, everything would be over before it started. Let's take a look at her chest, I guess. That's Yoko Fukunaga. Good, at least I can remember that much. I first met her for about a month ago. She's 23, works as a housekeeper, and is really into the occult. If I think harder, I can probably recall a little bit more about what's going on. I've only met a few times, but we really hit it off. She's a lot of fun to be around. She looks a lot of fun. I have no idea how she feels, though. I get the sense she isn't thinking about me that way right now. But I know I've got a thing for bubbly girls who are into dark things like the occult. I understand that. Paranormal fanatic, Yoko Fukunaga. Sure, let's go look at her sex, female, occupation, housekeeper. After obtaining junior college degree, Yoko started working as a housekeeper due to her ability to see things others cannot. She has received strange looks from a young age. I completely fucked that up. This ability spurred any interest in the paranormal, which she continues to pursue to this day. Following graduation, Yoko worked at a desk job at a trading company, but butted heads with her supervisor, I should say, who was skeptical of the supernatural and quit within a year. Now, while working as a housekeeper, she spends her days devouring mystery magazines and visiting haunted spots. As she vowed to live life true to herself and never change the sake of others, Yoko has no regrets about the path she has taken. Yoko has a dog, a Shiba Inu named Ogopogo, who has been by her side since she was a student. Whoop. Whoop. Alright, let's try and recall. I'm a little woozy. What the hell's wrong with me? Wait, where am I? I should take a look around. Oh, let's look at this telephone booth. They're all over town. The lights are always on so they can be used in an emergency. Telephone booth. It's okay. We don't have to look and see the full... I guess there's some people who were born when there was no telephone booths, now that I think about it. Where are we? I think they make a joke about that in Doctor Who, of like the modern kids don't know what the hell the phone booth of the Doctor is. Oh right, this is the Sumida City, Tokyo. We're in Kinshibori Park near Kinshicho Station. Kinshicho? I don't know. Yoko brought me here saying she needed my help with something important. It's just past midnight. That explains why there's nobody else around. Sure. Sumida City, Tokyo. No relation to the real Tokyo. Okay, let's look around. There's a creepy tree. Playground. That's an interesting looking playground. I bet it's crawling with kids during the daytime. It's kind of peaceful here at night. Okay. Stock. Okay, nope. She's still home. Let's continue to look around. If I look to the sky. Oh, nope, nothing. Whoop. 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 I know there has to be something here. Where could it be? Hmm. Where could it be? Maybe this tree? Nope, just talking about the park. Wait. Bet there's something on the floor, maybe. Maybe recall, duh. Let me think, what can I remember? Okay, her name is Yoko Fukunaga. We met about a month ago. What's the deal with this park? Flashback. I was around noon one of my days off. I had finished running some errands in Kinshicho, and now here's taking a quick break. I was looking around absent-mindedly, as one does. Oh, I'm looking back in the past, and it's all in sepia tone. When I noticed this girl loitering about, she was digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seemed to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on their heads. My curiosity got the better of me before long, and I struck up a conversation. Hey, are you looking for something? Oh, sorry, I must look like a total weirdo. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm looking for something. If you want, I could give you a hand. Really? I mean, that'd be a huge help, but... Are you really just a good Samaritan, or are you after, you know, something else? I mean, it can be sometimes a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B when it comes to 20-year-olds. Huh? Definitely the other thing. Look, I'm a good Samaritan. Oh, wow, my hero. People like you really do exist. I think I might cry. Okay, I guess I'll let you help me. Be warned, you might regret what you've gotten yourself into. No worries, what are you looking for anyway? Did you lose a bracelet or something? Not exactly. I'm searching for one of the 7 mysteries. Supposedly, this is the location of the Whispering Canal. The what? Now I've done it. I bet you think I'm some kind of lunatic. The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Do you know anything about it? I figured everyone around here would at least heard about it, but I guess not. Honjo is what a southern part of Sumida is called. A long time ago, this part of Tokyo was split into 2 separate cities. The north part was Mukojima, and the south part was Honjo. Huh? Am I boring you? Well, I'm not a local or anything, I just work around here. Oh, then no wonder you didn't know. Well, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo is a legend dating all the way back to the Edo period. Really? It's that old? That's like over 200 years ago. Well, I've got your attention after all. I just assumed it was one of those fake stories made up to chase all the occult craze. I don't blame you, a lot of the popular stories going around are pretty fishy. But the 7 Mysteries of Honjo are different, because they're all true. They're true? That's what I said, they're the real deal. So hold on, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? Are you telling me there's actual paranormal stuff at work at this park? Yep, pretty much. But there's gotta be more to it. After all I've done, I still haven't found a thing. That was the first time I met Yoko Fukunaga. Okay, open the updates page, and this will show you... This is the one of the stories. So one of the cool things about the 7 Mysteries is that they give you things that are kind of based off of... mythological tales isn't the right way of calling it. It's like ghost stories from Japan. Or heavily influenced, I should say. Formerly known as Kinshibori, many fishermen once gathered on the section of the canal that ran through Honjo. As their days came to a close and the fishermen gathered up their catches, a terrifying voice would rise up from the canal, whispering, "Leave it behind, leave it behind." Those who ignored the voice found themselves unable to move, their previously full baskets of fish emptied. This would then be dragged into the canal, never to be returned. This strange phenomenon continued to occur, and the people began to call this body of water the Whispering Canal. Yeah, this is the occult craze, talking about Plesiosaurus, everyone's favorite Loch Ness monster, mythical creatures, cool stuff. Yeah, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. This is where they talk a little bit. These are the 7 mysteries. The Whispering Canal, the Fool's Procession, the Beckoning Light, the Haunting Clappers, the Evergreen Beach, Betch, or no, that's not Betch. Beck, no, Beck, Bish, I don't know. The Taiko of Sugaru, the Foot Washing Mansion, the One-Sided Reed, and the Ever-Burning Lantern. X. We exchanged contact information, and we talked on the phone a few times since. We've even met in person once or twice. But she never brought up the 7 mysteries of Honjo again. I figured she got bored of it. Turns out, nope. Until today, when all of a sudden she decided to resume her search. Oh, wait a second, where did Yoko go? Look at my surroundings. According to Yoko, the Whispering Canal, one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, is around here somewhere. It's apparently the story of the expression left in the canal originally comes from. I think I left myself a note about it when I should check my files. I did. There she is. There she is. She's back to digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seems to be enjoying herself talking to the animal figures and petting them in their heads. No animal needs that much petting. Some would disagree. Let's take a look. Geez, she's still at it. Geez, she's still at it. Alright. Wait, nope. I already said this. Oh, stop clicking by accident. Recall? The night she asked me to come here to help her look for one of the 7 mysteries. Actually, I think I did some research into the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I can't remember all too well. I should check out my files. Okay. Yep, and here's all the stories. I will, depending on how far I get, read more of these. But they are good reads. And it's actually pretty important to know something about them as you go into them as well. For reasons that will become clear a little bit later. Oh wait, she's coming back this way. Hey, what was that just now? Huh? Didn't you hear that? Now that you mention it, I do feel like I heard something. I'm not too sure though. That was creepy. But your special talent, you could have been able to hear it. Pay closer attention for me, okay? My special talent? What are you talking about? Huh? You mean your spirit sense? You look like you can handle your liquor. Huh? I have no idea what drinking has to do with it, but I don't think so. Well, you must. I mean, you can see me, right? Huh? Trying to say you're a ghost? 1 a.m. Time moves forward. We're still at the park. Alright, let's talk again. Wait, you're kidding, right? About what? I mean, just now. Kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you. Of course, that was a joke. Duh, you really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah. I mean, what I said about your spirit sense being strong, I bet you could down in a whole gimlet in one gulp. Seriously. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with the 7 mysteries of Honjo business. Okay, let me clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff? Sure, I could handle a solid Moscow mule. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails? Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right? Weird stuff, like on the internet? Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand. You can't be serious. Let's take a look. I don't know why she's so comfortable talking about spirits and paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it, unless... No, it can't be. Alright, let's talk. Let's talk about the spirit sense. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist? You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful. So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist? That's right, the spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking that they might see something, but then they really do, because they believe they would. Is that how that works? Yep, just like drinking. You'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to go take down some shots. Still not sure I get the drinking thing. You know, I realize how strange it was as the words left my mouth. Sheesh. Let's talk about alcohol. Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink? Real alcohol, I mean? Well, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk. Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figure a change of topic might lighten things up. Oh, I see, if you really want to know. I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow mule. Really now? I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it, though. Why don't we go for a drink sometime, then? Oh, are you asking me out? No, you're just being a good Samaritan, right? No, that's not what I meant. Just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. It's just that easy. Just ask them out. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries. Alright then, let's get to work. Talk. More about Spiritans. And if you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet. You can't be serious. About the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I just remember, I actually did some research on the 7 mysteries of Honjo at the library. You did? What'd you find? Well, I discovered a few interesting things. Oh, tell me everything. 7 mysteries? Although they're called the 7 mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them. Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think that there would be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folktales. Stuff gets added to them over the years. That's more extra stories than the main ones. Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than the 9 or 15. If you say so. But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember. That's a good point. About the 7 mysteries. Oh shit. No! This is the problem when you're used to playing on console and then all of a sudden you go to a PC. Are these really ghost stories? So I read some of the stories and none of them were, well, scary. I thought they were supposed to be ghost stories. That's true. They were more like a collection of superstitions, really. But there are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix. Yeah, like the one about taking place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in a canal would hear a voice call out saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch on the canal and would take it. Right. Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park? Not quite. We're talking about a folktale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of the telephone game, who knows if anything is like the original story? So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know. Exactly, I'm sure of it. I mean, weren't you curious? About what? People from around here have the expression left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told is about fish. There's nothing on it about leaving people behind. Now that you mention it, if that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned. That's what I'm trying to find out. Ah, gotcha. Talk? Oh, by the way, were we talking about the Rite of Resurrection? Ooh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo. I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh? So you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection? The magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it. Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true. So the Rite of Resurrection, it's a forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it that old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by a local historian, Hideki Arashi, or Araishi, something like that, at an academic conference. Sure know a lot about this stuff. That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff. I kinda got that. Oh. But if a researcher spoke about it in an academic conference, then it must have some basis in fact. Exactly, that's why I believe the Rite of Resurrection is real. Now I'm starting to believe it too. Good. The pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Arashi himself. The Rite of Resurrection. Cool. X. Wait, hang on. I've got another question. You mentioned the Rite of Resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Oh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you. To tell the truth. It's actually the other way around. What do you mean? Well, I started off searching for the Rite of Resurrection, but along the way I realized that I needed to investigate the 7 mysteries of Honjo first. I see, so then... what are you looking for the rite? If you're looking into a way to bring someone back from the dead, does that mean you got someone you want to bring back? You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't mean to pry. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. I figured I'd have to tell you at some point. It's Ogopogo. Ogopogo? Yeah, I mean to bring Ogopogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago. Ogopogo died? Oh, right, Ogopogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years. Oh, okay, your dog. Gotcha. You spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the writer even works on dogs. But as soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by. Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must have been hard to talk about. But you know what? All that led to me meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Though that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously. Yoko. I'll do everything I can to help you. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah? What's that got to do with the 7 mysteries? So about the connection between the right and the 7 mysteries. Putting together everything we've talked about. My guess is that the original stories behind the 7 mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the right or resurrection. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right? Wow, 10 out of 10, you're proving to be quite the capable assistant. Wait, since when was I your assistant? Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but... Some say that what led to the 7 mysteries coming to be was the rite of resurrection itself. Huh, don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the rite of resurrection was supposed to be way older than that. Right, it seems that an Onmyoji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. The old manuscript I mentioned with all the details of how to use the rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Alright, I never told you its name. The manuscript is called The Record of Fates. Whoa, what a name! And it speculates that the secret of the rite is hidden within the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So now the 7 mysteries are the hot new trend. Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable. Come on, remember when I said about the pursuit of the unknown? It starts with the belief, right? Yep, The Record of Fates. X. Whoa! What the hell? Feels like the air just changed. Think? What was that just now? Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me. No, this can't be. No. Are you okay, buddy? Oh, why? Yoko! Maybe if I look at her? I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Alright, well, there's only one way to check for sure. Oh? There's nothing behind me. Wait. Yoko's pointing over here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Push. Still, she looks really spooked. I doubt she's making this up. Damn it, did I miss it? Just keep looking around. Alright, let me trigger it again. Okay, I've talked everything about her. I don't get this. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko? Oh. You okay, buddy? Huh? She's fine. What the? What? Something's... What is it? Why is this happening? I'm sure she's fine. Don't worry about it, Shogo. But maybe stay away from the crime scene. Probably be a good idea to leave the park. Yoko? Answer me! Yoko! No way. It can't be. Why? Why? This is a good time to be thinking right now. Whoa! What the hell just happened? No, damn it. I've got bigger problems. Yoko, just hold on. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh god, she's not breathing. She's cold. I don't feel a pulse. This can't be happening. Okay, an ambulance. Right, I've got to call an ambulance. I need a phone. Yoko. Ah, Yoko! Okay, look at the phone. Right, the phone. I've got to call the ambulance. Even though this is probably a very bad idea. I called it in. The ambulance shouldn't be long. But is it going to make a difference? Her body's gone stiff and her skin is cold. I don't think she's breathing. She looks more like a mannequin than a person now. I don't think there's any coming back from that. Not in this era. I don't get it. Just a few minutes ago, we were chatting away without a care in the world. Yoko. Blah, 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 blah. How'd this happen? Blah, 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 blah. How could someone just so bright and bubbly just suddenly drop dead? Resurrect her. Huh? Oh, that's right. If that rite of resurrection she was talking about really does exist, there might be a way to bring her back. If someone could just drop dead out of nowhere, like they're cursed, then why wouldn't there be a way to bring them back to life? Yoko believed in it, and I believe in her. It seems completely possible. Maybe, just maybe, I can still save her. Even if I gotta deal with the spirit senses and the curses and whatever, I've gotta try. Wait for me, Yoko. I promise I'll use the rite of resurrection to bring you back. Right before she died, I felt a strange presence a few times. It seemed like she saw something that shook her to the bone. There's definitely something strange going on. Maybe it's still here. What could she have seen? She mentioned then that the rite of resurrection and the 7 mysteries were connected. So maybe whatever it was she saw, something to do with the Whispering Canal. Whoa! Damn it, that presence again. Must be around here somewhere, but where? Where could it be? Where could it be? Where could it be? Where could it... Whoa! Sorry, Yoko, I forgot you there. Fallen object. Hey, there's something on the ground. Did Yoko drop this? I didn't notice it till now, but there's a small wooden sculpture by her side. It's 3 or 4 centimeters tall. It looks like it could be a keychain, but from how rotted it is, there's way too old for that. Despite how tiny it is, it feels like an almost palpable malice radiating from it. What the hell is this thing? Cursed stone. Get it? Got it. Ugh! What the? Help me. Why? Are these the Whispering Canal's memories? Gah. Such deep sorrow, a resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Kill them. Kill them! Those who walk away. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the Cursed Stone, the Whispering Canal. You can use it to kill those who walk away from you. Press the Use Curse button to kill your target as they attempt to depart. Grr! A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like a thick black tar. Now. Kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You so strongly desire the right. Kill them. should you seek life's restoration. Take your curse in hand, reap lives by the score, and claim their souls' dregs for your own. Collect enough to sate this vessel, and by the sacrifice claim the gift of resurrection. Or better yet, slay your fellow curse bearers, for there are equals of droves of lesser souls. Now go forth and kill. Yep. So this is the Whispering Canal. This is their curse power. And so then once you get the actual curse powers, they tell you the real story, which is their resentful memory. So Toki loved fishing with their father Jinkichi more than anything. With their wicker baskets on their backs, they would leave for the canal every morning and fish till the evening. The miso soup for her mother, Koma, made using the carp they caught was to die for. Her parents loved her dearly. One day, however, her father disappeared. Toki's mother went to look for him and never came back either. Those came to express their concern eventually stopped visiting her out of fear. Toki continued to wait all alone. Mother, father, where did you go? Don't leave me behind. Unable to bear the loneliness, she left her home and trudged along the roads until night fell. Neither her mother nor father were anywhere to be found. Tears stung her eyes. Suddenly, the sound of fish splashing the water cut through the silence. She found herself standing before the canal where they used to fish together. The taste of carp and the memory of her father's smile flashed through her mind. Without thinking, Toki walked into the moat. The sound of water splashing echoed throughout the night air. Passerby thought it only as the fish in the canal. The splashing faded and the silence returned to the lonely night. There you go. It's a real story. What the hell was that? It was like the curse's memory flowed directly into my mind. In an instant, I understood everything. When I picked up this cursed stone, the Whispering Canal must have cursed me. I also heard a strange voice. It told me that if I want the right, I would have to kill a bunch of people with this cursed stone to collect their souls. I guess it's good to know what the right really exists. But this thing wants to kill people to get it. Screw that. Putting my own life on the line is one thing. Murdering other people is another thing entirely. Not just one person either, scores it said. So this is the curse of the Whispering Canal, huh? A curse that traps the soul of anyone who tries to walk away from me. But if I use it and collect enough souls, then I'll be able to bring Yoko back. There was something about the curse bearers being worth more soul dregs. Jeez. I'm really at a loss here. Look at the surroundings. Feel like I'm being watched. Is someone there? Where are you? Hello, shadowy figure. Now that I look closer, is there someone there? I'll call out. Hey, who's there? I step slightly forward. Oh my, how unexpected. It was your curse that killed that poor woman, I take it. What? Cat got your tongue, Mr. Wokey? Huh? Unfamiliar man. A tall, humorless-looking man. He doesn't look familiar to me. My bad, that was my phone reminding me of a library loan. He is acting like he knows me, though. Have we met somewhere before? Let's talk. Who are you, and what do you know? How do you know my name? What do you mean? It's to say you don't recognize me? This comes a bit as a shock, I must say. Look a little harder, and I dare to say it will jog your memory. What's with this guy? Think. The man, who is he? He looks to be like in his 30s or 40s. He's all dressed up in a suit and tie, but somehow he looks really shady. What's he doing here? Was he watching us all this time? Some of you tell me curses are nothing new to him. If he's one of the other curse bearers, then I need to be careful. He might be here to kill me and take my curse stone. But by the same token, killing him will net me a lot of soul dregs. I still got a clue who you are. How do you know me? Have we met? Dear me, it's almost humbling to find that one is well known as one believes. Perhaps my name will help you remember. I am Takumi Yumioka. Takumi Yumioka. Yoko? Does that ring any bells? I think I've heard that name somewhere before, maybe. So, you do not even know my name. How disappointing. Disappointing, but fortuitous. Mysterious stranger. I mean, I technically know him. Let's go. Keep going forward. Well then, Mr. Wokey, allow me to make you a proposition. You have a cursed stone in your possession. I would like you to give it to me. I can't. I can't. I needed to bring Yoko back to life. Oh my. Seem to mean to use it then. You know about the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses and all that, don't you? But of course, those cursed stones. They are terribly dangerous things capable of killing without a trace so long as their conditions are met. I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah. Imagine what might happen if one fell into the wrong hands. Like me, for example. They would be safer in mine, don't you agree? I don't know you, dude. Leave me alone. Although, it seems that I arrived too late to stop you from killing that poor woman. What are you? That wasn't me. I'm willing to overlook your indiscretion, but only if you give me your curse stone. No way in hell. For all I know, the wrong hands are yours. Very well, I had hoped to settle this amicably, but you leave me no choice. This Takumi guy might have a cursed stone of his own. Yeah, he must have a cursed stone. At least it'd be safer to assume so. It would explain how he knows so damn much. So he can kill me instantly as long as he fulfills the stone's conditions. Until I know what those conditions are, I can't make any sudden moves. I have to keep him talking more than I can. I figured out a way to get my curse off first. How can I get him to leave me behind? Though it would be a waste to not take this chance to find out about the other curse bearers. I need to talk that'll keep him talking. My best bet would be... let's talk about Yoko, I guess. How do I know it wasn't you who killed Yoko with your curse? Mr. Wokey, if you're hoping to trick me into revealing whether I possess a curse stone, I assure you, you cannot. It is your curse that was responsible, Mr. Wokey, no matter what you might tell yourself. This doesn't make sense. I only found this after Yoko died. Oh? Don't play dumb. I know you're the one who did this. Whether you choose to believe me is your prerogative, but you are mistaken. But you should know that multiple curses awakened at once at the stroke of midnight. There are many other curses in Honjo and many other curse bearers. It is not premature for you to assume that I am the one responsible. Wait, so you're saying that the midnight a bunch of people became curse bearers? There's no point in continuing this conversation. For all I know, he could be telling me anything. About my curse stone. What do you want with my curse stone anyway? I intend to seal it away in a secure location so it may never be used again. I am certain that you too would rather be free of this burden. The power to kill without fear of consequences is in itself a curse. There are many ne'er-do-wells in this world who would be no resist the urge to use it. All the more so if it's promised a chance to resurrect the dead. You'll seal it away, how? I'll put it in the care of a sorcerer who is well versed in supernatural matters. If I gained your trust, I must ask you to hand me your cursed stone. No, you did not really do anything like that. Why are you so convinced it was my curse that killed Yoko? Why? It is simply that. Huh? I do believe I just saw your companion move. She what? Yeah, I'm not looking back there, dude. I'm not going to check on her. Why would I turn my... That seems like a bad idea. Before I give you my curse stone, I want to know who you are. I need to know if I can trust you. A reasonable enough concern. Very well, I'm an associate of the great sorcerer Sugen Gamyodo. Sugen Gamyodo? Indeed, you must have heard of him. I believe he was recently featured in a certain magazine. Your unfortunate companion there came seeking his counsel not a few days ago. It was from her that I learned your name. I thought she would have mentioned me to you, but it seems that was presumptuous of me. But when did this happen? Why, just 2 or 3 days ago. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not buying that. He knows I don't know who he is, so he's just trying to feed me a story. I've only known Yoko for a month, but she never mentioned going to see some mystic. Although it is no Yoko we're talking about here, it's hard to say for sure. Hope that is enough to convince you that my hands are more than trustworthy. Nope. What about the others? For each of the 7 mysteries, there is a curse and a curse bearer, right? Do you know who any of the others are? And what would you do with this information? Your intentions are nothing untoward, I hope. Yeah, I was thinking of killing him. I'm not gonna lie. It is in the hearts of the selfish and the insipid of those who would be tempted by the right of resurrection that the curses take root. And a curse's resentful memories impart a powerful urge to kill, as I am certain you are aware. You are a victim of a circumstance, Mr. Wokey, but your situation is exceedingly dangerous. You must relinquish your cursed stone for your own benefit before it is too late. Too late? It is already too late. There's no going back. All I can do is keep pressing forward. If you're going to stand in my way, then I'll have to stop you. Am I to take that as a threat, Mr. Wokey? I would encourage you to exercise more discretion before you fall foul of a curse. May as well look at his suit. He hasn't taken his eyes off me for a second, but even now, I'll be starting to break back at me. Who the hell is he? Maybe if I focus, I can recall something useful. Recall? Am I getting out much? I barely have a life outside of work. Wait, that's it. My work, that's how he knows me. I've never actually met him, so it totally slipped my mind. Yep, he's my boss. Sugan Yamayori, my ass. This guy thinks I can sell me anything. But I don't know if I can figure that out. It helps me out much right now. He works at Hihaku Soaps, just like me. He's the secretary of the chairman, Natsui Yamamori. No wonder I didn't recognize him. He's way above us lowly peons. I've only ever seen him in the company bulletins. But he knows who I was. Maybe he could have memorized the names and faces of everyone in the company? First of all, that's fucking insane for anyone to do. His identity? Sugan Yamyoda, my ass. I know who you are. You work at Hihaku Soaps, just like me. You're the chairwoman's secretary. Well, that took you long enough. Your lack of company loyalty is frankly astounding. Allow me to reiterate my request that, then, not as a stranger, but as your superior. Hey, you're not at the office. You don't get to push me around like that. Why is our chairwoman's secretary even out looking for cursed stones anyway? I refrain from revealing myself precisely to avoid such questions, but I suppose I needs must. Since the dawn of the Showa era, the land of Honjo has nurtured our company's growth and vice versa. It is our duty to ensure that curses do not take root in this land we know as our home. I'm not sure I buy that. Yeah, don't trust the corporation. Like many things, it's a matter that concerns the rank and file. The chairwoman has no desire to spread fear through our beloved company birthplace. Now, if that is all, I must insist that you hand me your cursed stone. No. Okay, well, let me quickly go here and do a quick old save-a-rooney. Then look back. See if she's gone. Yoko? He's clearly gonna hit me with something. Wait, she doesn't look any different. Yep, and I died. No, I mean, this seems like it was gonna be the obvious fate. Damn it all. Shoga Wokey, deceased. I mean, yeah, dum-dum. Why did you do that? My, Wokey, you seem to have arrived at a less than favorable result. This is a mere conjecture on my part, but perhaps you ought to be more careful about turning your back on unscrupulous individuals. Fear not, you may make as many attempts as you please before your unfortunate mishap. Alright, let's try again. Remember, whatever I do has consequences. Don't turn my back on this guy. Maybe if I hit the think. Wait, I've got it. I know how to convince him to leave. I mean, I just tell him that I called the cops. Oh crap, I totally forgot. What is it? I called an ambulance. Alright, I forgot to mention, I called an ambulance. It should be coming here any minute now. An ambulance? Have you lost your mind? They will arrive to find you standing next to a corpse alone in the dead of night. No doubt they will hand you over to the police, who will have some questions for you. Probably, but I'm sticking with Yoko. Unless you want to join me in an interrogation room, you'd better get out of here. You're telling the truth, I see. They are getting closer by the second. I cannot afford to be Wayland at this juncture. I fear I must take my leave. Ugh. You said the magic words, dude. Shogo Wokey, you dare. Okay, so it was me who killed her. You're right. My bad. He's dead. He's really dead. So this is what a curse stone can do. Whoa. I got 1% of soul dregs. He was lying. He didn't have no goddamn anything on him. Now it's 2 a.m. And we're moving on to another area. I left the park immediately. I felt bad for leaving Yoko, but I couldn't stay there. The emergency medical services will probably take care of her body, Takumi too. This will be all over the news tomorrow. But until then, I at least know she'll be in a safe place. Alright. I have to find my next sacrifice quickly. I've got no time to waste. I need to find the other curse bearers and collect their souls. Killing Takumi barely got me any soul dregs. I guess he must have been a curse bearer after all. It's not enough. The soul of a non-curse bearer amounts to little more than leftover breadcrumbs. I have to think of places where the other curse bearers of the 7 mysteries would be. The curses were activated at around midnight. The others are bound to be active still. I should check to see if there are any other places with connections to the mysteries nearby. At the very least, another curse bearer might be thinking the same as me, meaning I could run into them. Let's see, which of the 7 mysteries are closest? I'm in the Kinsho area right here. Kinshicho. And the haunted clappers are the other side of the Oyoko River, just over Shimoko Bridge. Shimoko? I don't know. The foot washing mansion and the ever-burning lantern are around the southern Warigasui Street, past the train tracks. And further along the Oyoko River, we'll find the beckoning light of the Honji Bridge. Those 3 places are closest. I guess I should start there. Alright, and I think that's where I'll leave it in for now, because it's been going for an hour. I was hoping to get to maybe the end of this prologue, but there's still a lot of talking and many more things to do. And that's it for the 13 Nights of Halloween, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Again, you should find this game. If it ever, you can buy it at full price. I think I ended up buying it at full price, but if you can find it for a sale, it goes on a sale for pretty low price if you're someone who needs to save a little bit of money. Definitely worth it. I think it's really cool. I really do like the idea of, like, what is essentially a battle royale between cursed spirits, and you can see that the game kind of, like, as it goes on, does really cool things with what it has right here. I really do wish that they made a sequel to this game at some point, because that would be cool, but I think all they have in the works right now is a manga, which is cool for sure, but I would definitely like another game. And that's rare for me, because I usually and actually that's not true. I think I like a decent amount of visual novels. I think I just rarely get down to actually read them. But anyway, that's the end, everyone. Happy Halloween. I'll see you guys in the next video that I may end up doing for anything related to anything, and I wish y'all a spooky good night. Bye-bye. Peace out. Bye.